I am on my way to get bubble tea, and it's literally snowing, and it's minus 10 degrees. There's ice all over the ground. Hi, this is the absolute worst lighting. It's worse than I imagined. I thought it was going to be a little bit better, to be honest. I am going to get bubble tea because I'm honestly having a quarter-life crisis. I pre-ordered it for 9:15, and it's currently 8:30, and it's only like a 10-minute drive, so I definitely overshot that, but whatever, we'll make it work. But yeah, the reason I'm fleeing my home this evening is because of exams. It's exam season, as I'm sure many of you are experiencing. It's not fun. I hate it. It's truly the worst. It's a nightmare. You know, I've recently come to realize that university might not be my thing. That freaks me out because my entire life, all I've known is that go to university and that's where it would all be figured out for me. Just coming to the realization that university might not be for me is really scary because I've always had that as a crutch for, where I'm supposed to end up in life. But if I were to potentially, quit university, we haven't gone there yet. But what if I did? What if I quit university? Then I wouldn't have a backbone, I feel like. Yeah, that's the problem, Your college major becomes such a huge part of your identity, especially if you're conditioned to think that that's what you're supposed to do with your life, is go to college, get a degree, and that's your career. The thought of not being cut out for college and therefore not being very successful in college is frightening. I was really freaking out these past few days because I thought I was destined for failure because I wasn't doing very well in university. Mind you, it's my 4th year in university. It has taken me a while to come to this conclusion. I'm currently a comp-sci major. Big mistake there, first of all, because I am not meant for comp-sci. It's just not for me, I'm what the people call creative. It's really hard, especially in my culture, to be any kind of artist because anything creative should only be treated as a hobby. And I've internalized that, like anything creative I do, it's nothing more than a hobby because I need a real career, whatever that is. So, just the thought of not being cut out for academia is really hard. I'm currently at a stage where I don't want to continue with university. It makes me really unhappy. It always feels like a waste of time, and I always feel like I could be doing something else that would be more fulfilling for me. I don't see myself becoming a programmer, to be honest with you. The only reason I pursued computer science is to acquire the bag. Those are all the wrong reasons too. I mean, it's a good element to take into consideration, how much will you be earning, but it shouldn't be the one and only reason you choose to do something. That being my one and only reason, I've quite quickly and painfully realized, hey, this is a huge waste of my time and my parents' money because they're funding for my schooling because I'm an international student. If I hate it so much now, it's only going to get worse and more challenging in the real world when I land a programming job. So, the money is not going to carry me through that, unfortunately. There's been a lot of conversations with my mom about how lost I'm feeling. And, she tries to remind me that this is all normal and anyone my age would be feeling this way. But I have this horrible tendency of comparing myself to my peers. They're all very successful. They know what they want to do. They know where they're going. I'm so glad they're succeeding, but I just can't help but compare myself and thinking to myself that why aren't I there yet? Why don't I have it figured out yet? It kind of makes me feel like a failure, but I need to tell myself that not everyone's gonna experience life at the same pace, and expecting that out of life is very detrimental to you because it's rare for people to be progressing at exactly the same rate. That's just unrealistic. I really need to shake that feeling off. Fun fact though, I do have a computer science exam tomorrow. It's tomorrow at 1:30. It is what it is. We are where we are. The exam's tomorrow. I can't change that. And I'm just gonna have to live with the consequences. I am thinking of switching majors in the upcoming semester. I used to be a psych major. Going into university, I had no idea what I wanted to do, but psychology was just one of those subjects where it's like, okay, you know, I can see myself potentially doing this. My mom's a psychologist, so it felt like the safer option. I didn't want to commit to something that would be overtly time-consuming. Time-consuming for me would be anything in STEM, because I've never really been a STEM type of student. And then after 2 years of doing psychology, I was feeling no motivation for it. You know, it really wasn't my thing. Studying for it, again, felt like a waste of my time. And I was like, I should try something new, you know, I should branch out. And so I chose computer science. We all make mistakes, it's fine. I lost my train of thought, that's fine, it happens. Really close to the bubble tea place, and my order is supposed to be prepared for 9:12, and it's currently 8:41, so I'm definitely very early, so I'm just gonna have to sit in the parking lot and vibe it out. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm speeding a little bit. Kids, don't do this. You know what? I want to change subjects a little bit. Let's think of something light and airy. I had this dream last night that I was actively reaching into my vacuum cleaner bag and I was eating the dust bunnies out of it. I was appalled. Like, even in the dream, I was disgusted by myself, but I just couldn't stop eating the dust bunnies. And, you know, like, it kind of messed up my morning, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up and I was like, damn, like, what does that say about me, you know? Like, not to be dramatic, but I didn't taste it in my dream, which was good, but I can still feel the texture, you know? It was too realistic for my own good. Anyways, I'm in the parking lot now, way too early. We're just gonna have to live with that. Okay, so I just checked the recording and the last angle was an atrocity. Can't believe you didn't tell me. We've acquired the goods. I'm very happy. It's mango. Also, it's really slippery where I parked. I almost fell upon exiting my vehicle, which would have been very embarrassing because I don't have anyone with me. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a man walking and he just saw me fall. I hate it. Just gotta be a professional. The deed needs to be done. That's not what I meant. I have a brain freeze. Oh my god. The car next to me is slowly pulling up next to me. Please, please stop. Why am I so weirded out? I mean, I'm never gonna see these people. Like, no one's gonna pull me over and drag me out of my car and tell me I'm a dumbass. Why am I afraid? Sir? Stop. Stop it. There's so much room in front of you. Why must you stand right next to me? Not stand, but drive. But also, like, if he's driving, he's probably not looking into my window. So really, I'm complaining for no reason right now. It's kind of like everything else I do in life. It's just for no reason. I really can't see. This is very unsafe. The freezing rain has gone unhinged, okay? It's getting a little dramatic. Can we calm it down? You know, is this distracted driving? I mean, it could be to some degree. I mean, drinking and driving. Not that I'm not drinking and driving, but, you know, like drinking and driving. I should look into that one. So right now, I'm gonna go to the grocery store because I need to run a few errands for my mumsy. I think I'm gonna take this opportunity at the grocery store to buy a pineapple. I've been buying one every week. It's the best. Like, it's so flavorful. Like, name a more flavorful fruit. There's like oranges and grapefruit and like all the other citrusy fruits, but you know, pineapple just has flavor. Sour is not a flavor. I'm just gonna say it right now. Like, sour is a taste, it's not a flavor. You know, I think I made that point very well. So yeah, sour is a taste, it's not a flavor, but pineapples have a nice little balance of sourness and flavor, whereas fruits like grapefruit or oranges are mainly sour. This is truly a stupid tangent, but now this has taken up real estate in your brain. So I'd like to thank you for that. Camera almost fell down. I almost lost my marbles. If this no longer applies to you, you know, if the spiritual deconstruction of a pineapple is not of use to you in any way, feel free to click off. You know, my existential crisis is over. All it took was a mango bubble tea. So now it's just you, me, and the vibes. And if you're here to vibe, you know, stick around. You know what I've been getting into lately? SpongeBob. I was a Disney girl growing up. I almost hated Nickelodeon, to be honest, and so I just always neglected SpongeBob. I also thought SpongeBob was a piece of cheese, which speaks volumes to my intellect. But yeah, my mom never fails to remind me how I was dead set on believing and also convincing those around me that SpongeBob was a piece of cheese, which, first of all, his name is SpongeBob. My mom was like, Ushashi, the name is SpongeBob. How could he be a piece of cheese? And I'm like, Mom, you don't understand. Look at the holes. There are so many good underlying messages that they've thrown in there, and they're so good. And SpongeBob himself is such a lovable character. I'm so invested. Hello, welcome to the spiritual deconstruction of SpongeBob, which, oh my god, he lives in a pineapple under the sea. I was just talking about a pineapple. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is God real? Oh my god. Anyways, I'm here now to run some errands.